it's daylight, but it's very early. Oh dear, so tired. Right, so I've just finished. First of all, it's Sunday, not Saturday. Things happened yesterday that were beyond my control, and as much as I wanted to keep Sunday free, I've had to do my long run on Sunday. So apologies if the other video ended up weird, because obviously I didn't do an outro or a summary or anything, but it is what it is. So to try and keep Sunday free, I'm still doing my long run. However, I did leave the house before 6 AM, so I've only just pulled out my camera to do a bit of recording because it's now daylight and you can actually see me because I didn't bring the light. So I've done 4 miles, 3 miles were my warm-up and drills, and then I've just done my first rep at hopefully around 7:30, and I've got a half-mile recovery in between. I'm walking this one so I can get the recording, but I will be running most of them, but only stopping to do some recording. So that's the plan. I don't know whether to just do the 22 miles like I was supposed to, or repeat what I did last week and do the 23 and a half miles. I'm thinking I do need to get back, so I'll probably stick it to the 22 miles this week, and maybe go back up to the 23 and a half next week. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So I've got 0.4 miles left before I have to start running again, and this will be my recovery run. I need to take a gel. I've got my Science and Sport gels. I'm not using the beta gels at the moment. I'm going to save those for race day because they're expensive. So I'm going to take a gel every 4 miles. So I'm G1 now. I've got my electrolyte mix and I've got my water pack on the back of this hydration vest. So that is the plan, and I'm going to stick to it as much as I can. If my legs are already feeling tired, I don't know why, because I've not run since Thursday, so they shouldn't do, but it was very exhausting yesterday. So if I can no longer hit the paces, then I will just run to effort. So I'll put the same effort in as it were on race day, where you know you've already given it everything and you've still got 3 or 4 miles to go, so you keep going. But I'm going to go at effort. I'm not going to sit where it's comfortable, because I think literally I've got 2 more weeks of training and then I've got 2 weeks of tapering, so I don't mind being uncomfortable for the next couple of weeks in my training to make sure I am super comfortable on race day. So do the hard work now, enjoy it later. Alright then, let's get going. I'm going to get that gel on board and get going. Alright then, so I am halfway through my 10 sets and I'm currently 10 miles in. Oh dear. So luckily I forgot I did an extra bit in the power station in Hove by the lagoon last week, so instead of having to run up this hill that I'm walking now, I can walk it, because my rep ended just at the, well, almost at the bottom. I had to run a little bit, but nothing like last time where I just died trying to run up it. Feeling strong. I'm running to effort now. I'm hitting, I think on these later sets I'm hitting at about 7:45, which is fine. Obviously I'm not in carbon plated shoes at the moment, so that'll give me hopefully an extra 5 seconds or so. And I am tired, so hopefully that'll give me the other 5 to 10 seconds come race day, where I'm tapered and well rested, and obviously haven't been up since 5 o'clock in the morning, which is the time my alarm went off, so I could get this run out of the way. I've got 0.4 of a recovery left. This is my view as I emerge up the top. So that's the marina. This is part of the marathon route. We'll come all the way up here all the way down to that building in the distance there, then do a quick in and out at there, and then back down again. And by the time we're coming back down this side where the cars are now, I believe we'll be past halfway. So things to look forward to. It's scary to think that it's so close now, and I'm already thinking I should have done more training, but yeah, I'm sure everybody feels that way. So the goal is to get to the start line in the best condition possible given the circumstances you've got. As long as you can do that, then go for it. I'm not sure if you're going to pick this up on the mic with the wind. But I'm closer to 8 minutes a mile now. I'm only just dropped down to the end of the cliff walk. I've been doing the undulating course at the top, but the headwind is tad on the strong side now, so I'm purely running to effort. I've just done set 7, 8, 9, 10, so I've got 3 more to go. But hopefully by the time I'm finished this cool down section, I'll be turning around shortly afterwards, so the wind will be on my side. So hopefully I'll be able to get closer to the 7:30 to 7:45 marker again. But oh my god, the wind is strong. Oh, see, my total mileage so far is 13, just about to tick over a half marathon. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish off these 2 sets and then easy jog back, cool down, run back, and I think it'll probably be about 20 miles. I just want to get back and sort a few things out, and then I'll do a shakeout recovery run tomorrow just to shake the legs out. So I think I finished last week on 46 miles, so this week I should finish on at about 55 to 60, I think, if my plan goes to, if everything goes according to plan. And then again 55 to 60 the following week before I begin the taper. So yeah, it's feeling very real now. So rep 10 done. Definitely finished off strong. That one was about 7:40. The last couple before that were closer to the 8 minute marker. So I'll have to look at the information later, and obviously I'll compare it to the last one to see if I've made any improvements or any gains. I'd like to think so, but it is quite soon to see improvements week on week. I may not see any proper benefit until next week or the week after. So I am currently now 17.5 miles in. I've got about 3.5 to go. So what's that, 20, 21, something like that. So I'm just walking this recovery for a bit, just get my breath back, because I really did go all in on that last rep. And then I shall cruise back, and then call that a day. I'll use a massage gun and the recovery bits a little later, once I sort out the other half little things, being the day that it is today. But I can't believe it. So 4 weeks today. It's real soon. Almost wish I had more time now, but then I'm not sure what I would do with it other than what I'm doing now. So we'll see. So it is Monday. I'm just going to be doing a shakeout run, probably about 8 miles. I'm keeping it in zone 1. I am tired, but I know I'll feel better if I do this run, because I don't know, when I'm tired or it's been like a really stressful day or stressful weekend, I always feel better for a run. And the good thing is this is just a shakeout run, so there's nothing other than keeping my heart rate low. And at the moment I'm in zone 1, so I'm 92 at the moment. But when I'm cruising along, it's about 124, somewhere around that, which is still zone 1 for me. And I know I need to do this recovery run because my base I haven't been doing enough base because I've been increasing the speed work, which is great because my VO2 max has gone from 50 to 51, and I think I might even hit 52 over the next week or so. I know it's not accurate because it's obviously not done in a lab or anything like that. However, just on what the watch uses to analyze my data, if it's going up, whether it's from 51 to 52 or 46 to 47, it's still going in the right direction. So I'm just using it as a general marker, not gospel, which I'm really pleased about. But I'm actually looking forward to just cruising along, not having to worry about hitting any targets. So I'll be doing strength and conditioning tomorrow, and I will be doing my sprint repeats on Wednesday. So I've changed my sprint repeats now, so I'm still doing 10 times 200 and 10 times 400. 10 times 200 will still be sub 6, but the 10 times 400 will be sub 6:30, and instead of a 2-minute recovery, I'm going to be taking 1 minute and 30 seconds, so 90 seconds recovery in between, just to keep pushing myself. I'm hitting those speeds quite comfortably, well, as comfortably as you can. I'm not hitting them each one, but just having that target now means I'm going to push to do that, and having less time to recover is going to give me even more of an effort to do it. So that's the plan. We'll see if I feel as enthusiastic about it after I've done it on Wednesday, but I'm looking forward to strength and conditioning tomorrow because I didn't get a chance to do it last week. So I'm going to do a really nice session tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. But I've done my warm-up. I'm almost a mile into this now, so I'm just going to put the camera away. I'm going to cruise down to the beach, and then I'll turn around when I hit my 8 miles, and then head back, and then just relax for the rest of the evening. So thank you, and we shall see you later. I am about 1.5 miles away from home. I have done just under 7.5 miles, so that'll give me 9 miles for the evening. Not bad. I was looking to do 8 to 10 miles, so I'm happy with that. I've kept it all in zone 1, and while doing that I've also been focusing on my form, making sure instead of like sliding my feet across, some call it the Kenyan shuffle, I've been making sure that I lift my foot up over the ankles, keep the turnover going, looking at just tweaking things. The more I do it, the sooner it'll become second nature and I won't have to think about it anymore. So every run has a purpose. This was a shakeout run, just to ease off or get rid of any niggles or soreness from the long run yesterday, but I can still put it to good use as well. And looking at the details of my watch, I wasn't doing enough base work even though I was doing my long runs, but I know I need to spend time at marathon pace. I can't just turn up on marathon day and expect to run 26 7.5 minute miles without actually training for it. So the top end is what I was lacking. Now that's more or less in check and where it should be. The bottom end has been suffering, so the point of the shakeout run was to get some base mileage in at very low heart rate, so it was all under 134, and I think most of the miles were sub 950, unless I had to stop at lights and stuff, because I don't pause my watch for that. At the end of the day, there was no time goal. It was just a recovery run and a shakeout run from yesterday's long run. So I'm happy with that. I'm looking forward, like I said, I'm looking forward to the strength and conditioning, and I'm looking forward to the intervals for the rest of this week. Like I said, I've tweaked them, so I won't be able to compare them to last week's, but I will compare them next week because I'll just repeat what I've done. Because the big day's getting close. Alright then, so I should be saying it's Wednesday, but it's not, it's Thursday. So I took yesterday as a day of rest, which means I've got back-to-back runs tonight and tomorrow. So today's plan is, what is it? So it's 10 times 200 meters at sub 6 minute pace with a 1.5 minute recovery, followed by 10 times 400 meters at sub 6:30 pace, again with a 1.5 minute recovery. So I've cut down the recovery time by 30 seconds, and I've kept the 200 goal at sub 6 as normal, but I've dropped the 400 meter goal to sub 6:30 instead of sub 7, because I was almost touching 6:30 before and under it on some of them. So now I've got a bigger goal for that one. So I've just finished my drills, and I'm just gonna do another 5 or so minutes warming up, and then I'll get into it. But with a 1 and 30 seconds recovery in between. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get between the reps, but I will definitely catch up at the end if I don't get a chance in the middle. So let me put this away and let's get to it. Alright, since just finished the 10 set of 400, and I think each one was actually, I'm only guessing because I had to take my glasses off because it started raining, and then I had rain on the glasses started steaming up and I couldn't actually see my watch. But let's start with the 200s. 200s, I think some of them might have been like closer to a 5-minute mile, maybe even a 5:30, as opposed to sub 6, which I know is sub 6, but I didn't think I'd be that far under. Obviously I'm gonna have to pop it up on the screen because I can't see it right now. And with the 10 times 400, the aim was for sub 6:30, and I think I was closer to 6. Again, I'm gonna have to pop it up on screen because I couldn't actually see the readings on my watch because I had to take my glasses off. And it wasn't a 1:30, it was a 1:45 recovery. I remember when I was adjusting it, put a 1:30 on and then thought, ooh, maybe 1:45, and then we can adjust it from there. So really pleased with that. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but after the half marathon, when I then decided to go and do the 200 and 400 for the first time, my watch was telling me that my VO2 max was 50, and it had been that for ages. And then literally after I finished that, it jumped to 51, and since then it's been climbing. It's still 51. Don't know if it's going to go up anymore after this session because that might be a little too fast, but it's definitely going in the right direction. So as I've got a run tomorrow, I'm going to do an easy run tomorrow, 12-14 miles, and then I'll do marathon race pace intervals on my long run on Sunday again. I'm not sure what I'll do distance wise on that, but it'll definitely be 21, 22, maybe a bit more. See how I feel, because I can't believe I'm saying it's almost 3 weeks till marathon. Can't believe it's so come around so quick already. It seems like it was so long ago that I started this, and I was working 6 weeks out from my tune-up race at the half marathon, and then all of a sudden I've got one more week of running, or 1 and a bit more week of running before I start to taper. So it's come around so quick, but that's good. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with during the taper. I might actually have to speak to the other half for a bit. She'll be shocked to have me around. I'll probably get on her nerves. She's quite used to having this time to herself, binge watching Netflix. Oh well, she's just gonna have to put up with me, isn't she? Anyway, so I have done that. Let's see, what have I done mileage wise so far? 9 miles, so I'm gonna do a couple miles cool down and then head back, so that'll put me on 10 or 11 miles for today. So I'm pleased with that. I'm really pleased with that. Glad I came out and did it. It took me a little while to get out, but I knew I had to do it, and I knew as soon as I came out I would love it. So there you go. Anyway, let's put this away. I will finish my cool down and then I will catch up with you guys tomorrow on a nice easy run. Turn this off. Alright then. So I'm currently 3 miles in and I am doing my easy run. I'm not sure what distance I'm going to be doing as yet, but I'm feeling really good. It's Friday, by the way, so I did my intervals yesterday, which, looking at the data, ooh, that was good. Well, I won't mess around with that anymore, not before the marathon, but I'll probably tweak it when I start training for the... I'll probably keep it for the same for the half marathon and then tweak it when I start training for the 10Ks. But yeah, very pleased with that. So yeah, like I say, I'll do 12 to 14 miles today, I think, or maybe somewhere in the middle of that, I'm not sure. Feeling really comfortable, just take it nice easy. Zone 1, might bump up into zone 2 on some of the hills, but nothing more than that. And then obviously I've got the long run on Sunday. Never thought that I wouldn't consider 12 to 14 miles a long run, but at this stage of marathon training, a long run is, for me, is over 20. And I'm not sure what my distance will be on Sunday. I'll probably be doing about 22, but again, I'm going to be doing marathon paced efforts, but I will be using a carbon shoe just to make sure I've got the mental fact in my head that I can do marathon pace for at least 10 reps with a half mile recovery in between, because I've literally got this long run next Sunday and the one after that, and then the taper begins. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to put this away and carry on with my long run, or not long run, my easy run, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. Right then, so I am just under 11 miles in and I've got just over a mile to go, so decided I'd do 12 today. I knew I said 12 to 14 and I was expecting to be somewhere in the middle, but it's just an easy run. Zone 1 mainly, zone 2 touched on the hills, and then I've got, like I say, I've got my big run on Sunday, which will be in carbon shoes, so I'll be going for the marathon pace and actually trying to hit them instead of running to effort or trying to get as close to it as I can. And if I do, then that'll give me a great mental boost for marathon day. So this is the end of this week's training, which I shall publish at some point. And yeah, once again, 3 weeks left, or 3 weeks on Sunday, so I've got one more intense week of training and then I'm going to start my taper. So I'm doing a 2-week taper, but at the start of the 2 weeks I'm still doing a fairly biggish long run, about 20 miles I think, and then I'll start cutting down and easing in and reducing the intensity and efforts that I'm doing, but still keeping the turnover in the legs and trying to keep some speed in there as well. So that's the plan. It's a lot later than I was expecting. I didn't leave for the run until about 10 o'clock, so I'm guessing it must be touching on almost midnight at the moment, which is nice. It's now quite empty at the park, but it was busy in town being a Friday night. So, but it was quite nice because it gave me the effort to speed up a little and just get through it. So yeah, thanks for watching. We shall catch up next week on the final intensity run, or final big week of running, and then we shall see. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing, but it'll probably be very similar to this week's, if not a mirror image. And then, oh god, I can't believe it, it's taper time. Can't believe it's come around so quick already. So let's get to it. It's what we worked for. Consistency is the key, and I've been very consistent with my running, and I even did the strength and conditioning, so I'll do some more strength and conditioning next week. But tomorrow is Saturday, and it'll be, as tempted as I am to do the park run, because I think I could get either close to my PB or a new PB, I've got to stay focused, and my main goal is my long run at marathon pace intervals. So I'm not going to exhaust myself tomorrow and then ruin my race on Sunday, or not race, my run on Sunday. So tomorrow is going to be my rest day, so that means I'll have had 2 rest days for the week, and I'll mirror that again next week. So it's 1 strength and conditioning and 4 days of running. So that's the plan. I'm going to stick to it as much as I can, and I've been coming out in the rain, the cold, I wish I could say the sun, but there's not been too much of that. But yes, really pleased with the way this week's gone, and I can't wait to get next week underway. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you up next week.